Hello, I'm Laura. It's March 21st, 2026, and these are the Saturday Heartlines. The Saturday Heartlines are a time of reflecting on the theme and topics of the past week to see what message arises for us today. And the past week, the theme has been and still is for today, resilience. And the message is that resilience is more than just making it through a problem. It is learning and growing in strength and creativity from our experience of the problem or of any challenge that comes along. So let's see how that unfolds. On Sunday, we started by finding resilience through reframing. When there are problems and challenges in our world, we can take time to become still, to look at the facts, and to look at our story about what is happening, about those facts, and to reframe that story, if necessary, in a way that encourages a sense of newness and creativity, a deepening of motivation, and a determination to make a positive difference. On Monday, we looked at resilience through celebration as we honored the Oscars of Sunday night, which were celebrating film that had been made in 31 countries across 6 continents, the art of the movies. And it was a great celebration of art. And we also looked at celebrating art and the little things in life that remind us of the magnificence of our humanity and world, especially those things that bring us together as a humanity. On Tuesday, it was St. Patrick's Day, and we looked at the symbol of the shamrock and its 3 leaves. The first leaf is a leaf for assurance. The shamrock is a plant of assurance because it is a symbol of spring and the assurance of new life. Then we looked at the second leaf of belief. The shamrock is a plant of belief. St. Patrick used it as a symbol of the Trinity of Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Well, we all have beliefs, Christian or otherwise, that actually get us through on a day-to-day basis. And we can turn to those beliefs in difficult times to keep going. The third leaf was courage. Courage to act on our highest values. And it was seen in the history of the shamrock being worn on the shoulder of Irish soldiers in battle, and also being carried by people to represent their Irish heritage in times when the Irish were facing a lot of prejudice and difficulty. So, assurance, belief, and courage. These are qualities we all have, Irish or not. On Wednesday, we had a heartwarmer, and that heartwarmer was resilience through alliance and the organization of the Israeli-Palestinian Alliance for Middle East Peace, the Alliance for Middle East Peace, or ALMEP, is an umbrella organization over several humanitarian organizations, one that you would think would go away in harsh times of war. But when the war started between Israel and the United States and Iran, that alliance only became stronger and more active and more popular. On Thursday, we looked at resilience through renewal. And that renewal was represented in the holiday of Eid al-Fitr. It is the festival that follows the sacred month of Ramadan. It is the end of the fast and the beginning of new possibility. And so we took that opportunity to remind us to hold all our Muslim brothers and sisters in our hearts, especially those who live in war zones. And for that matter, we can hold everyone who lives in a war zone in our hearts and prayers. On Friday, it was the equinox, and the recreation that resilience brings as the northern hemisphere leans toward the light of the sun and a new season begins everywhere. So the resilience of new beginnings also helps us come through a challenge ready to take on life more fully. And we're going to get ready to take on life more fully right now in a moment of silent inspiration and contemplation. So let's pause for this moment and focus on a special thought to inspire our hearts as we take a deep breath and close our eyes and hold this idea in our hearts. I learn and grow from the challenges of life, how to reach beyond old boundaries and live more fully into my dreams. I learn and grow from the challenges of life, how to reach beyond old boundaries and live more fully into my dreams. And so it is. So what are your dreams for yourself and for your world? As you look on those dreams, do you see challenges in the way? Let those challenges call you up higher. Let them deepen your motivation. Reframe your story about them into something that encourages you to be more creative, or just to take on one simple act that makes a positive difference in your life and world. In this way, you are practicing resilience. Thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.